Time to find Saria. She has puke in her hair. That's not nice. She's just trying to blend in. She wants to be accepted with the trees.
She wants to be accepted with all the other Kokiri girls.
Yeah. She wants to be a Sailor Moon too. She's blending in very well, indeed. Although since this fall, I think that she should really consider going for more of a orange or yellow color hair. You know, just to match the season.
Oops.
Well, talk to Saria, right? Talk to Saria, yeah. Lox P, this is Saria. Can you hear me? I don't mind talking to you using the ocarina's magic, but I'd really like to talk to you face to face. Oh my gosh, did you ever notice that? It hadn't even occurred to me. This game was referencing the modern day problems of texting before it was ever relevant.
Ah, yeah.
Like, sure, I could use this little portable device to talk to Saria, but she's right there. Woohoo! Ooh. Did you learn an ocarina song from Saria? I've been stalking you this whole time, and I just heard you playing a song with Saria, so I'm pretty sure that's what you were doing, but is it? Aramanami, I don't know what you did, but it's a blank on my thing. You're breaking my chat. You found new and odd ways of destroying things. I recommend that you play a song you know.
Whoa, Aaron.
Anybody ever tell you that your YouTube name, your Davy name, rhymes with baby? You ever get Davy baby?
No, I haven't, but thanks for that.
No problem, Davy baby.
Davy baby. I get a typical.
I can tell that it's making you incredibly uncomfortable, so I'll keep doing it.
No, I always just get Donkey Kong or Davy Jones or my friends. So my friends call me Kangaskhan.
That's a good one. Thought about it.
Just dip all to Kangas.
Balls to Kangas? Where does that one come from?
What? No, I was saying it evolved.
Oh, I heard. I just heard you. It glitched out, so I thought you said that you're just called Balls to Kangas now.
I mean,
which, yeah. From now on, you will be Balls to Kangas. Holy crap! For real? The one who sent a dot donated 20. I didn't know. If you sent a dot and it actually is a donation, which I can't tell because my stuff is stupid. Thank you a lot. I think that would actually be the first donation I ever got on stream. So,
nice.
Appreciate it.
The bot didn't catch Aaron, but it caught PK.
What did PK do?
He just repeated what you said. The balls the king is.
Oh no! What the hell? My bot is so broken. Okay.
Hey man, I saw what you said. Yeah.
Are you ready for the most uninspired dungeon of all time? 'Cause here we go.
Am I?
It does have some cool stuff, but man, is it the brownest, browniest cave you ever saw? I love all of you, but not really. I mean, you know, it's just a job that I do sometimes. You know, so you gotta get bread on the table.
I'm only 12.
I know.
I don't know what girls are. Oops. Sorry, just dropped my flash drive, no big deal.
No big deal. Nothing important on his flash drive. What are you doing fidgeting with a flash drive anyway, huh?
This just has all.
That's your flash drive of prawn, isn't it?
No, it's, I mean, well, yes, I mean, no, what?
I'll make one last attempt because I know that it's possible. I want to show off the glitch, but also, like I said, it took me like 30 tries last time, so I'm not 100% convinced if I'll be able to pull it off here. key is to down slash onto this pillar at just the right angle so that you can knock yourself back into the hole.
I think you just know all these glitches like in the back of your hand.
Ouch. No, not a normal jump, no! Okay, I'll try one more time, because that wasn't official. That was a fan-made jump. Ah, come on. Okay, well, it's possible, I promise, it's possible. It just takes some doing, and a lot of health. Everything about Master Quest seems to really love just flipping dungeons. So it'll do stuff like this where a dungeon where normally you do everything on the first level and then go to the second floor gets flipped so that now you basically have to do most of the dungeon on the second floor and the first floor is like completely unnecessary.
It has its problems.
Which is fine. The problem is that he then, I don't remember if it was prior or after, he did a similar video on Link to the Past where instead of pointing out, making a similar case where it's like, oh yeah, Link to the Past has its problems, he instead took the angle, here's all the things that Link to the Past does better than Ocarina of Time, and that's...
Yeah, that was definitely...
That's the nail in the coffin, because that's making an objective statement that Link to the Past is simply better, rather than saying, these games both have respective problems, while one of them might not have as many. You know,
yeah.
You should still look at them both objectively. Instead, he kind of had nostalgia goggles for one and not the other.
Yeah, and I'm sure he made that statement because he just believes that in general. I kind of like slightly agree because whenever I play Link to the Past, it feels more solid to me. But I think I enjoy the overall experience of Ocarina better.
And I think I also give credit to the developers because, you know, unlike Link to the Past, which was the result of them perfecting a formula that they'd been working on for years.
Yeah.
Whereas Ocarina of Time was the first foray in 3D RPGs basically ever.
Yeah.
I don't think I needed to go in this room at all. Pretty sure
That's
that this...
another reason why I'll give Super Mario 64 its props, even though you go back and play it now, it's really hard to do so.
I actually I do legitimately like that game still. Specifically the snow level. I guess I'm biased to a particular level, but still.
Yeah. No, I still like it too, but there's a lot about that game that I go back and play now and it's just frustrating or things bug out too much or I feel like I don't have as much control as I should.
Hello, Mr. Swag Diddley, welcome to the chat. The camera was pretty nasty in that game, but... Wow, it survived my stick? That never happens. Okay. I think it's a... I probably have nostalgia goggles for it, but Mario 64 was a game that I feel did everything about platforming right. And there have been a lot of imitators since then that I still don't think get the charm that the original Mario 64 got. Even later Mario games don't always capture it.
Yeah.
Sunshine, I'm looking at you.
Because, yeah, especially with Sunshine and the later Mario games, they kind of became more about making the actual... They focused more on the actual platforming, I think, more than just where you're going, if that makes sense. As in, like, I don't know, like with the snow level or some of the levels of Super Mario 64, it felt... I felt more desired to go where I'm going rather than just doing it because the level design. Probably making zero sense, but...
No, I think I understand what you're saying. Like, there's not really a motivated plot point or anything behind it. It's just sort of, here's this level, go through it. And I get that.
Yeah, and that's entirely what all the platforming levels in Sunshine were when you didn't have a flute. It's just a bunch of blocks and you gotta jump over those because you have to or else you'll lose.
Right, I guess, yeah. I think that was kind of the thing, that was kind of the charm of all of the N64 games, though, in general, is that because of this new 3D thing, they focused a lot more on fundamental concepts and core mechanics of platforming. They didn't try and do what's happening now, where it's like, okay, we have 2D platformers, which are trying to be these indie art pieces where it's like, okay, here's this colorful little thing and it floats around and it can climb on ledges and there's spikes and there's monsters. And it tries to cram this all together without perfecting any element of it. It doesn't have a perfect story. It doesn't have a perfect platforming experience. It tried to be the best of every world. And I think N64 games, more than anything, might have proven that focusing on just one thing, isolating it so that you perfect just that thing, can almost make a better game.
Yeah. Mario 64 has just the right tightness in the controls, something holding games like the Sonic Adventure series back. I completely agree, because that was the biggest problem with the Sonic Adventure series for me, because it tried too much of everything and it just fell apart because of that. Did you ever play those games, Mike?
Let me think. I liked Sonic Adventure 2, I think, but I only did like the City Rush because I didn't own the right system for those games. So for me, I played that off of a friend's console. I thought it was pretty interesting, very different style and feel to it.
Yeah, no, that's kind of how a lot of people who like Sonic Adventure games, they usually remember having a great time playing Sonic levels, but then when they play anything else, it's not very fun. Because like they include, you know, the Knuckles levels, which is like collectathons, and then they include Tails levels, where you're kind of just shooting things.
Right.
And I feel like they kind of missed the whole point of like what made Sonic fun.
I apologize for the sudden silence. I'm actually kinda collecting footage for my video right now. So like, okay, let's just keep it quiet for 5 seconds. Perfect, okay, got my footage.
Talking, make noise so nobody knows.
Make noise! Blow it through the roof. No one, we're all bachelors here. We can be as loud as we want. No one's gonna be bothered because we're talking loud at night.
Although it's also 1 a.m. where I am, so people will notice if we're loud.
So what is Texas in Central?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm 1 hour behind you.
Illinois time. It's so weird interacting with people in California where they're like still in day.
Alright. Because California is 3 hours behind, is that right?
Yeah, it's something ridiculously far away for me. So like, it'll be midnight and then it'll be like 9 for them.
It's even weird for me from whenever I talk to my Swedish friend, because he's like 7 hours ahead of me.
Oh, well, let's not talk. I have, most of my family is actually based in Romania. So, anytime I want to talk with them, I basically have to call them at like 10 in the morning. Because otherwise, it's the middle of the night.
It's kind of the same with whenever I talk to any of my relatives in Korea, because that's almost like an entire 12-hour difference.
Except they actually are earlier than you. They haven't even experienced your day yet. Oh, wait, no. I think I screwed up. Did I screw up? How? Oh, this isn't connected. Okay, I really have to not fall down here. I remember this. Falling down from this bridge is like, if you were doing a speed run of this game, this is where you die.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I hope Ukulele can make it happen. I don't think it will, though. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I think it looks cool, but I just don't think that the modern audience is very receptive of straight 3D platformers, no matter how charming they are. It's just...
They really are riding on full nostalgia to make that game successful.
Which is the problem. They're not trying to bring anything new to the table with it. They just want people to remember Banjo-Kazooie. Which is...
Even Banjo-Kazooie fans aren't as big as like a Mario fan would. Or even Mega Man. Which, you know...
Yeah. I'm excited to hear Grant Kirkhope's tracks. because his music's always fantastic. I'm excited to see a return to kind of the characters.
Yep.
Because that's just a nostalgia trip. But as for the platforming, at least from what I saw so far, and of course it's just the toy box that they released, so that really just shows the fundamental mechanics of their platforming so far, not necessarily what the end game looks like. So I can't say for sure. So far, combat looks lackluster, and platforming just looks like everyday Joe Schmo platforming without the tightness that I would expect from a modern platformer.
Yeah.
Who knows? I want to be proven wrong. I really want Yooka-Laylee to be good. I'm one of the backers for Yooka-Laylee, so when it comes out, I will be playing it.
Yeah, I'm a little worried for that, and also, what's it called? Bloodstained?
Bloodstained.
The guy behind Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Mm-hmm.
I think those era games, he's making a game. Which is basically Castlevania, but like new, but more in the style of Symphony of the Night. Which, like, I saw gameplay of it, and I don't know, maybe I'm just remembering Castlevania didn't seem as fluid as I would have expected to, like Castlevania game to be. So I don't know. I like now get worried about all these like Kickstarter games where devs of like old games are trying to bring back
the nostalgia, right?
Yeah, because like Mighty Number 9 happened and that just bombed. Which, to be fair, I guess KG and Infinite didn't really have as much influence on that as people expected. So maybe that way bombed.
Well, then Keiji Inafune also had influence in Recore, which, while I thought was a cute and semi-fun platformer romp that was entertaining enough, it didn't really do well, and a lot of people disagree with that sentiment.
No, yeah. Which is kind of sad, 'cause it looked cool from what I saw, but...
It was the controls are tight, the combat's tight. The problem that I have with it, that I think most people had with it, is it's just rough around the edges. And I didn't even, and you know, playing it for myself, I didn't mind. I know when I showed Rich, it bugged him more than it bugged me, because he'd look at it and he'd be like, well, it's a big desert, and then you'll just randomly die to some glitch, which, to me, I don't mind, because I like jagged edges in my game. I like looking for glitches. I like it when I can make my game do things that it's not supposed to. But that's probably not what the majority of people do with their games.
Do you think, since we talked about Yooka-Laylee and Mighty Number 9, do you think there's a game from, I guess I'll say the N64 area, where if they pulled a Yooka-Laylee and like revived, made a spiritual successor, then it would do well?
So you're saying like if they did a complete spiritual successor, not like if they just remade Banjo?
Essentially, yeah. Do you think there's a new game that could hold up still if they did like a remake-ish?
It's a toughie, especially because looking back on it, like, you know, even recently, literally a month ago, I'd been waiting for a sequel to the Myst series for a while. I didn't play 5 because I didn't like the fact that it went back to like 3D models. But Abduction came out, which was a spiritual successor to Myst, and it didn't really hold up. Like, I did my review, there was a lot of issues. I think they should remake Zelda. He's literally cutting through my shield, like it's not doing anything. I don't know why I'm bothering holding the shield. Wow, I never noticed that. Is that new to the, I think that must be. That must be a new addition to the GameCube version, where they're, like I know that they always do a little bouncing thing on their platform, but I've never seen, wow. I've never seen them like literally do that thing where they pull the sword out of the sheath on their hip, which is a very subtle little animation thing that I just noticed. I know I can do this. I know I can hit the stupid crystal. Oh my god, I did it. Oh ho.
I believe in you.
Thank you, sir. Unfortunately, I was too late. Okay, I gotta jump across. Yes, I got the bomb. I got the bomb! Take a good hard look. And my bomb. I was gonna say look and I screwed up. I keep doing that tonight. I keep trying to say words. Okay, that chest probably has nothing of import, but I will look at it anyway. Zelda logic. Buttons under rocks aren't pressed down. Buttons under bombs are pressed down. Yeah, we basically played Overwatch. We're like, this is fun, but you know what's more fun? We're just using this as an excuse to have discussion. So let's have discussion in front of a live audience playing Master Quest. That's.
By the time we got to doing this, it's like so late. It's hard to like actually talk.
Yeah. That's true. I should visit Texas sometime. Maybe I should move to Texas instead of San Diego. It's more affordable.
Shit, man, it's cheaper.
It is.
And you can see me.
And it's dry, and there's desert, and there's scorpions, my favorite animal.
This is Texas, not the Sahara.
Well, like I said, they're my favorite animal. I think my last nightmare was literally going to a zoo and going to those sections where they have the bugs, but all the glass cages broke, and there were scorpions everywhere.
Oh no. Dude,
Because
I hate any bugs with any sort of like pincers or.
no, my shield, you bastard! I needed that for shielding. I find it actually amusing just how huge Austin is. Like it isn't the name of a city that would strike me as a big one. I always thought of Austin as just like, oh yeah, you know, Austin, Texas. It's like the first name of a dude. Like here, if your town is the first name of a dude, it's probably got like 5 people in it, and one of those people is the dude who it's named after. This is my favorite thing about baby Dodongos, by the way. If you don't kill them, and you just let them wiggle around at you for a bit, they just leave.
They're like, you're not playing with us.
So, I'm rewarded. This is an Undertale moment where I'm rewarded for not killing a baby. Also, I don't have a shield, so that's a problem. Oh, this one's smart, dude. This guy's like the evolved Lizalfos. He's got brains. Growing up, I had 3 pet scorpions and 2 tarantulas I had to get. If I would probably be your landlord, not gonna lie. How could you handle that?
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely. That's like my nightmare. Having to be in proximity of those things in my house. Tarantulas I can kind of understand because, you know, if you look at them in the right light, they're kind of cute, and if they're defanged, they're not dangerous. I guess scorpions without a tail aren't dangerous either, but why would you want that? God.
I forget when I see a cockroach.
I mean, I don't know what the ones in Texas are like, but I know that if you see ones that are like the ones that I saw when I went down to South Carolina, freaking out is totally justified. Those ones are like freakishly intelligent and huge.
Are they the ones that like hiss at you?
These ones didn't hiss, but they were bigger than the palm of my hand. And when I went to try and whack it with a broom, it leapt like 12 feet across the room as soon as I was about to make contact with it. It like anticipated I was gonna launch at it, and it jumped out of the way. Like its awareness of what I was doing was so on point that it freaked me out.
It was a very intelligent AI.
Yeah. And then it decided to crawl into the radiator vent where it just made little clicky metal noises because it was big enough to make noise when it walked on metal.
Jeez. I remember I found one spider in my room. It was huge, and I straight up like I had a napkin, and I slammed it with my hand, like flat, and it lifted my hand up, and it was still moving like perfectly fine.
Yeah, when they're big enough to where it like doesn't even squish, where they just like crunch up. It's pretty
At
messed
that
up.
point, I just grabbed it with the with my napkin and just like threw it somewhere.
Tiny snakes are cute. I wouldn't want a rattler or anything like that, but just a little garter so I can mimic those Reddit posts where they have the snake poke its head out of the sand because it likes being in a sandbox so much.
I'm not a fan of anything that doesn't have like fur on it.
Have you ever felt a snake?
I have as a kid.
I always thought they were cool because they're cool and it's not fur and it doesn't have a slimy texture to it, which is what you would expect.
Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to point out these graves that are protruding from the ceiling of Dodongo's Cavern. So if you're wondering why there were ghosts in here, they're probably upset about having their graves literally inlaid in a cavern. So you see all that we just went through? From entering the dungeon up until now, we could have skipped all that by just making 30 attempts at slashing that pillar up top until we managed to land ourselves right in this alcove, which is totally possible at the right angle. Like, for real, do you think that if the player wasn't playing as Link, would Link actually piece any of this stuff together? Like, pretend for a moment that it's not a video game. You don't have any of the context or expectations of a video game. There's not, like, a puzzle that you know for sure is there. I think that's the thing that people always forget with video games. They're like, man, why are they so stupid in this movie or whatever? It's like, think about it in the context of what they're dealing with. If they don't know it's a movie where the plot has to progress because a certain thing happens in a certain room, or a game where you have to make a certain sequence of events happen to progress, you might just go into a chamber like this and be like, well, there's a mouth and there's some doors and that's all there is in here. I guess I'll leave because if this was real life, like, what are the odds that any of this will actually do this?
Yeah, like when I see a door locked, or even if I see like my car not working, my immediate reaction is not, oh, I gotta deliver this envelope to this guy, and he's gonna give me a tool. The tool will let me open up a box, and that box is gonna have a dragon head in it. I'm gonna set that dragon on fire.
Right.
I'll start my car.
And these are the easy puzzles. We're not even talking about like King's Quest levels of stupid puzzles where it's not even sensical.
Yeah. Some of those puzzles where if you mess up once, you're screwed for the entire game.
I hear you, Dodongo babies. And I know that you don't care about me anymore. So there's only one thing I can do. Are you ready for the fireworks, David? This is fun.
Ready.
Your body should be ready.
I will see this in a 10-second delay.
Here we go. They could potentially kill me if I'm not careful though, so I'm gonna stand far away. Okay, there's still one more, I think.
Keep checking.
Alright. That's how you do that. We went through all of that room so that we could get to this room, so we could push this grave. Actually, so that we could pull this grave, my apologies, off of a button so that we could push the button down to open a door. I don't even know what that little hole in the middle of the room does, actually, since it seems like it didn't actually have... Oh yeah, it's just a depression in the ground that serves no purpose. Of course, why not? And now, for the boss. The bossy boss. I miss having a shield, because it's really funny. If you shield right in front of him when he's rolling, it doesn't actually hurt you, it just makes a lot of clattering noises. Open your mouth, you big gob! You did great. How about a big Goron hug, brother? I remember when I was younger, I tried showing my friend. My friend was super opposed to Zelda. Like, he thought it was just the lamest, nerdiest thing ever. So, I showed him this game, and for the most part, he was just a Debbie Downer the whole time. He's like, oh, stupid, the tree's talking, why does the tree have a mustache? Oh, it's so dumb. We got to that scene, and that's the only part that he liked. He actually laughed out loud at that scene. So that's the one time. So I always see that scene. I'm like, that's the one time that Zelda won.
I got him.
I got him good.
It's a Hillary supporter, man.
Dodongo, sorry, but I've never played a single Zelda game, and you're totally welcome, dude. There's nothing wrong with not playing them as long as you're open to them. That's what I always say. Looks like you've gotten bigger and stronger already. Are you saying I'm fat? You know, I go into one cave and stay there for just like 50 Hyrulean days. Now you're saying that I'm fat and pale and ugly.
I hung around with the Gorons. They're not a very good influence when it comes to like...
No. I had a lot of food.
But
God, you sound like BuzzFeed. But if you stay for 5 more minutes, Paradigm, I'll show you this amazing thing in the game. This is a scale of our kind. Yeah, I knew I had to do this. Oh my gosh, my computer does not like the silver scale for some reason. It is freaking out. Okay. Dive, dive, dive. Okay, is Bob Ross just like a standard thing on Twitch now? Or did the great Twitch gods gift me with my own personal Bob Ross? It's me, LP Sensation Bob Ross, here with another exciting episode of Let's Play Mario Paint.
The game just stays on Autotomania and he's just fine.
It's not even Bob Ross, it's just some guy who keeps saying that. It's like, it's your boy, Bob Ross.
It's like a wacky guy. Just drawing. Drawing on MS Paint.
Timber is Bob, confirmed. Well, time for the next emoji, Timber Bob. Like if a rattlesnake was staring right at you and it had its folds out.
Oh yeah, it kind of.
Like, oh yeah, I kind of see. I don't see it at all. This guy's weird. This is what you all came for, isn't it? It's not complete without the audio. If you're not listening, babe. I think you've seen it though.
I still love the game where I was stuck on the burger, like the entire town's water supply runs under my table.
That is a good one. Oh my god. I love how King Zora's moves slower than me before 9 AM. You know, I misread that and I thought that you were saying that if the King Zora was in Majora's Mask, would he have like faster times depending on the day? Like if it was before 9 AM, he'd just skyrocket across the entire shelf, I guess. I need a fish. I don't know why I don't have a fish. Here on TimberTaft, we have the best wheat in all of the YouTube.
I'ma sample that wheat and make a cover.
You better. I want nothing but that for the drums.
Wheat. Like an EDM remix.
You'll have like a rap song where it's like, read them and weep. Like every time you use the sample.
Smoke weed every day.
Weep. It's a fish. I can't afford that. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I bet you don't even do your own fishing. Snap, crackle, pop. I don't remember there's an easy way of doing this. I think there's fish right. Yeah, there they are. Son of a fish. I'm not paying 200 rupees for a fish. I'm just gonna go and illegally fish here without a permit. Oh, this is the prime of 19th century gaming. That's a tiny bit old, isn't it? No, Pro Chicken. We're literally minutes away from the most exciting moment in this video game that you will ever see. Trust me, it's worth it. We're right there. Now let me feed this fish to a bigger fish. It's coming! We're gonna do it!
Empty promises are empty.
My promises are not empty. I'm not a politician.
Oh, I thought you were getting political.
You thought I was gonna go biblical?
Political, but yes, let's go with that.
I'm getting biblical up in here. You don't eat meat unless it's been baptized. Or something. I don't know. Welcome to the revamped Jabu Jabu, guys. As clearly noted by the, So this is what I wanted to show you. Here's your BuzzFeed special. In the #1 spot for weirdest things in a Zelda game. I'm just giving everybody a couple moments to sink this in. Oh, by the way, it's not just for decoration. We do have a function for these.
Cow.
Here it is. Here it is. All you gotta do is hit him in the face. You can open up the, you stayed for a cow.
Sounds like a really bad R&B song.
It sounds like a really bad blues song too.
I stay with the cow.
Da, 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 da. Remember why hast thou forsaken me? I told you I went biblical. Anyway, as entertaining as these HD meat cubes are, I do not have the brains to go through this dungeon right now. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I got footage, I got friends, I got fun times, we got memes. You all made it possible, so have a good one, guys.
Thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Not a problem, man. It's always a pleasure. I'll have you on more.